Zion Williamson causing a lot of drama, a lot of baby mama drama. New Orleans is kind of sick of it, and there's been a lot of tension between the young star and the front office. There's a lot of murmurs. Actually, it's already been reported that by Thursday, he might be gone, which is 2 days from the time of this recording. We'll see if that happens. Steve and I think it most likely will happen. So we've gone and done for you is we have made 2 mock trades that we think work for all parties involved. So, you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I'll go.
Save the best for last.
Save the best for last because I like yours. So the trade that I actually looked at, and I've been very high on the Oklahoma City Thunder as far as like them having a lot of big up and comers, a lot of pieces that they have the ability to move, a lot of very prominent stars in the NBA today, and even one we haven't even gotten to see yet. So the trade that I proposed was Oklahoma City. They will send Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, and Jalen Williams to the New Orleans Pelicans for Zion Williamson and Larry Nance. It gives New Orleans good young stars. Like I say young stars because I'm not saying they're stars, they're young stars. It gives them some good young stars that they can play with. I mean, Jalen Williams and Josh Giddey are both proven guys that they're up and coming, and I think they're going to be really good players by the time they hit their 5th or 6th year. And then Chet, he's a guy, he was top 5 pick, right? Top 5, top 10 pick. I think that the Pelicans are ready to move on from Zion, and that gives Shai Gilgeous-Alexander his co-star to work with. I think I'm very high on Shai. I know a lot of people aren't as high as I am on him, but I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is waiting to break into the scene. He showed a little bit this year, but give him a Zion Williamson and let him keep, a couple of the younger other pieces that they have. I think the Pelicans would be a force to be reckoned with out there. But, that's just the trade that I proposed. I think it works for both teams. Is it going to happen? Who knows? But I think that's one of the ones that we found that looked the best and the most fair and even.
I like that trade a lot. I think it's really even in terms of the assets both teams are getting. I mean, Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey are 2 of the maybe 5, I don't want to say 5, 10 most valuable young pieces in the NBA. Zion, obviously, immensely valuable. Larry Nance to throw in some extra oomph. I like it a lot. I just don't know if either one of these teams significantly gain anything back. Like, I think this works in terms of, like I said, value. Like, yeah, that's an even swap, but then what are I don't think the Thunder make any kind of extra noise with Zion and Shai. I don't know if it's they're still a contender. And same with New Orleans. I think they add some really good young pieces, obviously, but I just don't know if it's enough to get them over the hump. But that's only what they're going for anyway.
I mean, we do have to remember, though, that New Orleans has been close. Like, didn't they just make the playoffs this last year?
No.
Or did they miss? They missed. So, I mean, and they've been without Zion. So adding a Chet Holmgren to the team that they currently are playing with, or a Josh Giddey to the team they're currently with, we have – yes, sir.
How many games have we seen Chet Holmgren play?
None. I said
okay.
That. But we've seen Josh Giddey.
We have.
Josh Giddey, and he's a stud.
Josh Giddey is the youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double. I just happen to know that. Yep. All right. So, I have a very, very complex trade. It is a 3-team trade between New Orleans, Portland, and Atlanta. The Pelicans get DeJounte Murray and John Collins. Portland gets Zion and Okongwu. Atlanta gets Larry Nance Jr., Anthony Simons, Matisse Thybulle, and 3rd overall pick from Portland. First of all, DeJounte Murray and John Collins, 2 really good young pieces. I think those 2 guys, just for Zion, maybe not exactly even like parallel, but pretty close.
Close enough.
Pretty close. So Zion goes to Portland with Okongwu, another good young player, not nearly the same level as the guys you mentioned or the Murray or Collins. Still good, still up and coming.
Yeah.
We know that Dame wants to play with veterans, but I think if they brought in Zion, Dame would shut up. I just think he'd shut up. He wouldn't say that no more. With Atlanta, I know Trae Young wants out, and I was trying to include Trae Young, but it makes the value of things so much more complicated. I think they get three good young. I mean, Larry Nance isn't a young piece, but he's a really good role player. Simons and Thibault, two really, really good young guards to kind of go with Trae, and they can build a little bit more from their youth. Plus, if they think that they still don't have enough, that third pick can be whatever you want. They probably are going to need more size. Mm-hmm. They're getting, besides Nance, who's already kind of an undersized four, they're getting two guards, so maybe get another big with that pick. And I don't think Atlanta's going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
Especially now with Trae Young. So you kind of like New Orleans, you just kind of build that young core. And it all works out money-wise. Dame finally gets some help. This would be the best player in Portland. He's way better than CJ. And what made this so difficult is, how do you truly define Zion's value? Because we already know, 26 points a game on 60% shooting, the highest points per game on the highest efficiency in NBA history. But it was one season. He was drafted in 2019. We're now going to go into the 2024 season, and we're still questioning if Zion is. We talk about all the time about Zion possibly being one of the biggest busts in NBA history. And now it's more of a kind of like with Ja, it's becoming, hey, is what you're giving us worth the hassle?
A porn star is getting ready to drop his sex tapes with her.
Yeah.
So, and he just had a baby. He's
going to have a baby. Yeah.
Well, I think he already has one too.
The baby's born already?
No, I thought he has one, and then he's having a baby. I thought he had a kid.
I didn't know. I don't think not that I'm aware of, but let's find out real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up.
Google that.
Oh, no, you're right. He's expecting his first child. Okay.
Yeah.
But either way, the fact that the day that you have your baby shower, all of a sudden some porn star is getting ready to drop sex tapes with you. Is Zion even healthy? Do we know? We're the sound. We should know.
I think I don't know. I really don't know. I want to say he's. I don't. If anything, he's stayed the same. Nothing worse has happened. He's only getting better. Yeah. So, tell us what you think of those trades. I think those are both really well. Like I said, the value works out great for both sides. Money works out for all teams involved in both of our trades. So both these things are technically possible. These are things that could happen. We'll just see if they actually do. Listen to the sound. I listen to the sound.